Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on crypto, and here's today's video. So you've got Rockefeller International saying that they believe Bitcoin is going to recover very well from today's economic climate. And I've been saying that for a while. Now it might take a little while for us to actually realize higher all-time highs, but you could say that across the board, right? Bitcoin was at 69, almost 70 million. Let me try again. $69,000, right? You take a step back and look at all the altcoins. Bitcoin, has taken a dive. We're about at a third of that. We're at less than a third of that 69 million right now. Then you look at the rest of the altcoins and they're even further off. So when you start to think about this, the whole industry, all of cryptoverse is poised to go up. Everybody's looking at when they're going to hit their all-time highs again. I'm looking at when they're going to set new all-time highs. So my prediction is later on this year, we'll get better. Early next year, we'll actually start hitting all-time highs. That being said, like I said yesterday, tomorrow, in a couple of weeks, we're going to start to see quarterly returns from different companies and those announcements. And I'm expecting that to be bad, which could be a hit across the board. Anyway, I still think that the Rockefeller International is correct. The SEC is moving against Ripple, right? What they're trying to do is hamper them from allowing a few industry witnesses in on the case. More foot dragging, more rah-rah. The response from Ripple is, that's not in the best interest of the people, which is the SEC's mandate, right? I think the SEC has handled this case wrong. I think from the get-go. I'm not saying they didn't have a case at the beginning, but I think they're handling all the way through. Whether you believe they have a case or not, okay, the handling of this case has been horrendous. They should really stop and think about that. As I reported last week, they're still at odds with the CFTC, right? Because they're saying, well, only Bitcoin is a commodity. That's not a good look. That's not a good look at all. Then you have Ripple. The former CTO of Ripple has dumped 52 million XRP since the beginning of July. Now, with that much downward pressure, you would expect the price to be lower, but Ripple's been holding up pretty doggone well. And I think they're starting to move into positive sentiment as opposed to negative, which is, I guess, what former CTO Jed McCaleb had been wanting. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Ripple's going to come out of this at the end of the day, and it's going to be a lot higher, right? Because XRP itself has been decoupled from Ripple. So XRP, I think, is poised, just like the rest of the industry, to actually pop up in major ways. Now, here's something that's kind of indirect to crypto. Elon Musk has backed out of the Twitter deal. Now, that's cool. That's you do what you want to do, but there's a fee, $1 billion fee for that. On top of that, I think he can actually be brought to bear with having to buy the company at the price that was set. I think at best on his end, he'll be forced to buy the company at a lower negotiated price. Because since he's made that announcement, he has on a regular basis bashed Twitter. Now, the original announcement made Doge pop, but as soon as he made the announcement, Twitter took a dive. And then once he started announcing how he was going to fund Twitter, Tesla took a dive. So you start to figure out that, maybe this was all just a ploy and he got caught out there. Maybe it's buyer's remorse. Who knows? But the moves that he's making, I think they're going to catch up to him. I really do think they're going to catch up to him. I don't think he's handled this, as an adult, and then releasing a meme today, ha, 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 he, you're going to have to release bot information. Dude, you relinquished your right to due diligence. They might not even have to respond to the bot problem. Them giving you any information whatsoever since you waived due diligence, that's a big deal. It really is a big deal. Now, I have no skin in the game other than I really like Doge, right? I really like Doge. I like the technology that it's on, even though it's proof of work. It's cheaper, faster than Bitcoin. Anyway, I don't have any animosity toward Twitter, toward Elon Musk, although I'm not one of his fans. But I think that he could have handled this a lot better. I mean, he himself said he didn't expect to make money off of this deal. He wanted to make a better product. Great. So if you don't plan on making money, then why are you crying so much? If they have a bot problem, why are you crying so much? Isn't that why you wanted to buy Twitter to begin with? So I don't know that he has a strong case, and Twitter said that they will be taking him to court. They plan on forcing him to buy the company. You said you wanted to buy it for $54.20? Hee hee ha ha. I think that is a strong possibility, right? You might go into negotiation, arbitration, but truthfully, you signed a contract. So I don't know how much strength are in those legs that he's standing on right now. Something else of a chess move. Where are the founders of 3 Arrow Capital? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. That is very, very interesting. And the reason why I find that to be interesting is because, if you think about all of the things that have gone on in the cryptoverse right now, of those 4, macro events, Terra falling off, then 3 Arrow Capital, Voyager, Celsius, or Celsius, Voyager, doesn't matter, those two trailing, right? Losing that kind of money, hundreds of millions of dollars, causing the loss of billions across the industry, you might want to think about your safety, and you might want to disappear. You might want to disappear. So I'm not saying that it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying in terms of personal safety, yeah, I'd probably contemplate that too. So, but people are wondering where these guys are. I don't know that they've been brought into court or anything like that personally. So the people, it's supposedly they were not cooperating with the investigations. But from a personal perspective, yeah, eek. They've pissed off a lot of people, and I would think that a lot of people have problems with them. So, but that is the standing question right now, is where are they? We saw the same thing with, OneCoin back in the day. She still disappeared, and she's still missing. Don't know what happened with her. So it's something to contemplate. It really is something to contemplate, and how that plays out. Now, I don't think about that in terms of, looking at the past and dwelling in the past and all that stuff. I'm looking at it to say, well, who are the people that are in charge of your project? So when you start doing your own research, right? Always do your own research. And a part of that research should be, who are the people that are the face of and that are doing the work for whatever project you're doing the research on? What is their history, right? So I won't touch Tron, right? I won't touch Tron. Go look at their management and who's in charge. Then you'll see why I won't touch Tron. I just wouldn't trust that guy. Not that, now think about this. Tron has done well. It's gone up, gone down. It's done well. If you were paying attention to Tron at its rhythms, you could have made big money off of Tron, trading that. Notice how I said trading, not investing. So I would be paying attention to that. I will say that there is FUD being spread around also about another coin, another stable coin, which is Circle. And I sit there and I say, I believe it's FUD, right? And I think it's FUD being specifically spread to try to break Circle. And I sit here and I just go, no, I do not have any skin in that game, but I think it's pretty crappy that people would try to go out there and spread FUD for no reason, right? Because the only people, seemingly to me, in my research, the only people spreading FUD are those that have to gain from that further spreading of FUD. So, yeah, there's that. Anyway, this is Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you're having a great day. If you have any questions, do me a favor. Leave them down there in the comments, and I will try to respond to them, or, shoot me an email if you know me, all that kind of stuff. But in the meantime, if you like what I'm doing, like what me and my kids are sharing with you in terms of research, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and absolutely hit the notification bell. You know what? I keep doing this. You guys are going to be really mad at me. I keep skipping over getting to the numbers. Let's do that real quick. Because the numbers are the numbers, right? You can always do research on the numbers, but I do like hitting the numbers just so I can take a look. I mean, I haven't looked at the numbers since way earlier this morning. It's about 5:30 my time. So obviously you have more losers than winners, right? Right there, you have 3 winners. But to me, that's kind of sideways. And the reason why I say it's kind of sideways is because you start looking at where everything has been and you kind of go, yeah, it's kind of sideways because you went up a little bit. You're like Bitcoin is above 20 at one point, hitting in the past couple of days, hitting above 22. And again, like I said yesterday, I'm looking for a sustained hit above 22,000 before I can believe we found bottom. Okay, I want you to listen to that. Listen to what I'm saying. Unless we have a sustained stay above 22,000, right? I'm not going to believe that we have found bottom because I'm squishy on that 17 that we hit. So I'm not going to believe in that until above, right? The fear and greed index, I wanted to point this out. Yesterday was at 24 and today it's at 22. That's still in extreme fear territory, but it's significantly higher than a couple of weeks ago. And that's something to pay attention to. That's worthy of mention. TVL, total value locked, is still in a mid to high 70s. So I'm happy about that. This is a chart that I was looking at. I was looking at Polygon versus Bitcoin, right? And you can see there's a little bit of an uptick and a little bit of a downtick right there. But I was looking at how the two coins are playing out against each other. And that's the kind of research that I do every now and then, is just so I can get my own research done and get numbers in my head. But this is what I'm looking at, okay? When I look at the big picture, yeah, it's not a beautiful big picture unless you look at the past, year, right? When you look at the past year, it's, well, we hit some all-time highs and we've come back down, and I'll keep saying it, everything is at a discount. If you're playing the game of, well, I can't buy, let's pick one. I can't buy, Cardano because it's at 44 cents and I could have bought it when it was it's still extremely off its high. Okay, let's go find Cardano here. What is it? Did I pass it? Yeah, here's Cardano. Okay, so at 45 cents, it's still extremely off its highs. Let's even dig a little bit further so you can actually see, what the numbers are really like for Cardano. And you sit there and you kind of go, yeah, I could have, let's see, well, 1 year low high. Yeah, there you go. And you say it was all the way up in the 3s. Yeah. Are you going to pay attention to a few pennies when you know that this is the high that you're shooting for? This is what I mean. This is what I mean. I'm DCing today. I don't care that, I missed out on a few pennies from the other day to today. I don't care because it's down so far that I can still get in and set it and forget it. Leave it there and look at it next year. Again, I keep telling people I have 2 wallets. I have one that I hold for a long time and one that I hold for short time. Those are the 2 types of wallets that I have. And just to reiterate, 95% of my wallets are non-custodial. I don't like centralized exchanges. That's my thing. And in terms of hardware wallets, I like, they don't pay me, but I do have a couple of ledgers. I don't have anything else. I have a couple of ledgers. I also have mobile wallets that I leverage for a little bit, faster, easier access. So those are the things that I'm looking at. All right. But yeah, don't play that game with yourself that, I don't want to get in because, I could have gotten in with a few pennies. Yeah, you could have. But in the longer term, it won't make a difference. I mean, it'll make a slight difference, right? But you'd still be making money. Anyway, this is Eddie J on Crypto. If you like what I'm doing, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and absolutely hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping a new video. Hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.